listen carefully, because moments like this don't come back. That rising mechanical howl, climbing higher and higher until it feels like the engine itself is breathing, alive, almost defiant. That sound is not just performance, it's history. And in today's world of instant torque, digital silence, and electrified dominance, it's a sound on the verge of extinction. The naturally aspirated V10 is disappearing, and with it, a way of driving that relied on feel, rhythm, and emotion rather than algorithms. For years, one car stood as the most accessible gateway into that experience. A supercar that blended everyday usability with true exotic soul. As the industry pivots toward the future, Audi has chosen not to erase this legacy quietly. Instead, it delivers one final unforgettable statement. This is the 2026 Audi R8, and this is its ultimate form. Welcome back. The Audi R8 has always occupied a unique position in the supercar world. It wasn't just fast, and it wasn't just beautiful. It was usable, approachable, and engineered with a level of precision that made it feel like a precision instrument rather than an untamed beast. From its first generation, the R8 proved that a mid-engine supercar could be driven daily without sacrificing thrill. In a landscape dominated by forced induction, hybrid systems, and electric hypercars, this final evolution matters deeply. It represents the closing chapter of an era defined by mechanical purity. Audi isn't chasing trends here, it's preserving a philosophy, one built on sound, balance, and connection. From the moment the 2026 R8 comes into view, its purpose is unmistakable. This is not a car softened by compromise. The stance is low, wide, and aggressive, emphasizing its mid-engine layout with unapologetic clarity. Every surface feels intentional, shaped by airflow rather than fashion. The front fascia is sharper and more assertive, with enlarged air intakes and a broader single-frame grille that communicates cooling demand rather than branding. The LED lighting signature is crisp and technical, giving the R8 a focused, almost predatory expression. Move along the side, and the design tension becomes even more apparent. The iconic side blades are reworked for improved airflow, visually separating the cockpit from the engine bay, while reinforcing the car's layered architecture. The roofline flows smoothly into muscular rear haunches that sit over a wide track, visually anchoring the car to the pavement. At the rear, functionality dominates form. A fixed wing, enlarged diffuser, and extensive mesh venting reveal the car's motorsport influence. The engine isn't hidden, it's showcased. This is a supercar that wears its mechanical identity proudly. Step inside, and the environment shifts from aggression to precision. The cockpit is unapologetically driver-focused, eliminating distractions in favor of clarity and control. You sit low, legs stretched forward, surrounded by a structure that feels tight, purposeful, and protective. The Audi virtual cockpit takes center stage, replacing traditional gauges with a high-resolution digital display that places the tachometer front and center, exactly where it belongs. Speed, gear position, and performance data are presented cleanly without visual clutter. The steering wheel feels like the heart of the experience. Flat-bottomed, compact, and perfectly weighted, it integrates essential controls without overwhelming the driver. The start button sits prominently, a small but dramatic reminder that everything begins with ignition. Materials throughout the cabin reinforce the R8's dual personality. Carbon fiber, Alcantara, brushed aluminum, and finely stitched leather coexist, balancing luxury with motorsport intent. This isn't a cockpit designed to impress passengers. It's built to immerse the driver. And then there's the engine. The reason this car exists, the reason enthusiasts care. Mounted just inches behind the cabin is Audi's naturally aspirated 5.2-litre V10, an engine that defies modern convention. In its final iteration, it produces over 600 horsepower, delivered without turbos, without batteries, and without filters between driver and response. Power builds progressively, rewarding precision rather than brute input. Every press of the throttle is answered with immediate linear acceleration and a soundtrack that evolves from a deep growl into a piercing, high-frequency scream as the revs climb. This is not silent speed. This is emotional speed. The dual-clutch transmission shifts with lightning precision, snapping through gears without hesitation. while Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system delivers relentless traction. The result is acceleration that feels violent yet controlled, launching the R8 from a standstill to highway speeds in under 3 seconds. But numbers don't capture the experience. What matters is how it feels, how the engine pulls harder the higher it revs, how the sound fills the cabin, how every shift feels earned. The chassis completes the conversation. Magnetic ride adaptive suspension reads the road continuously, balancing stiffness and compliance with remarkable intelligence. The steering is sharp, direct, and communicative, providing confidence at speed without nervousness. Massive carbon ceramic brakes deliver immense stopping power, shedding speed with absolute authority. On a winding road, the R8 feels planted and predictable, responding instantly to driver input. On a track, it reveals another layer of capability. Stable, precise, and deeply engaging. What makes the 2026 R8 special isn't just that it's fast, it's that it demands participation. It doesn't isolate you from the experience. It invites you into it. You feel the road surface through the steering, you hear the engine's mechanical honesty. You sense the balance as the car transitions through corners. This is driving as dialogue, not automation. So what is the 2026 Audi R8, really? It's not just a supercar, it's a farewell. A celebration of everything that made driving visceral before software began doing the thinking for us. It represents Audi at its most confident, choosing not to dilute the experience in pursuit of efficiency metrics or future headlines. Instead, it delivers a final, uncompromised expression of what a naturally aspirated supercar can be. As the industry accelerates toward an electric future, the R8 stands as a reminder of what we're leaving behind. Not just sound, but sensation, not just performance, but personality. This car doesn't argue against progress. It preserves memory, and that may be its greatest achievement. So, here's the question. When the last naturally aspirated supercars disappear, will we remember them as obsolete or as irreplaceable? Does the 2026 Audi R8 feel like the perfect closing chapter for the analog era, or does it make the coming silence feel even louder? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.